the Andy Griffith Show. Or not. Hey, how's everybody doing? Look, Mr. Sadie beat Carol for a change. How you doing, Mr. Sadie? How you doing, Lag? How you doing, Reds? What is going on Thursday morning? Well, not much here either. Uh, you never heard of the Andy Griffith Show? I love that show. Most of it. It's all going to zero. You're already starting in, Lag. Already starting in. Yeah, it probably is. Stock market went up a little bit yesterday, but it's in after hours going right back down. It's going to erase the gains that it made yesterday. Gains. Yeah, call them gains. They're not really gains because they're not even scratching the bottom of the recovering some of what they've lost over the last 6 months. Cyber cutting twitcher. Hey gang, can't hear you today as I'm in the workshop with AC on, machines running. But hi Cyber. So I guess we got to type since you can't hear us. What's going on? What is it going on? Do, 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 do. We had a crazy show yesterday. We were over on Tom's channel. I didn't get a word in edgewise. Tom's a talker, and then Tara and Jim came on. And they're talkers. Scott came on. He talked some, but I don't even think Scott got too many words in yesterday. You know, Scott the bearded picker. And Sally came on. She didn't say much yesterday either. It was pretty much the Tom and Tara and Jim show yesterday. But that's cool. They don't come on all that often, maybe once a week. Hi, Diane. So right now it's just me. It's crazy. Yesterday there were 5 people on the panel and Tom's show. And today it's just me. I'm abandoned. You like when they fight. They are, God, you gotta admit, Jim and Tara are some of the most interesting people. There's not a storyteller out there like Jim. He can make a mundane flat tires sound like the most interesting story in the world. I know. They're crazy folks. And then when they get together and talk back and forth, they're just even crazier. And part of it is, of what makes it great is they don't even know they're funny or entertaining or anything. They don't know that they're really cool. Or that they may know that they're pretty cool folks, but they don't go on about it or try to make money off of it. I mean, serious, they could do like a I Love Lucy type show on YouTube and probably make $1 million. I didn't know they had so many vehicles. They were saying they still got like 6 or 8 vehicles back up there in Eagle River. A reality show. It would be a reality show because that's what they do. It's just them.
Okay.
Hey, Sally, what's going on this morning, you little
Not
doll,
much.
you?
My eyes are watering really bad.
You look like one of those scary clowns right now with your eyes.
Thanks.
They look puffy. You
Thanks a
know
lot.
those scary clown dolls with the puffy eyes?
Thanks a lot.
I'm just messing with you.
I know.
Did you just wake up or did you just get off of
No,
work?
no, I just got off work at 6 this morning.
Jeez. If I just got off work at 6 o'clock, I would not be doing a YouTube show at 8. You have my utter respect there, girly girl. Man,
Well, I got work to do. I already
I'm
shipped
a,
out my items
I'm a
and
wimp.
stuff since I've been home taking care of the animals, and
I've only got 2 going out today. I'm like, why?
I had 3. Whenever I got home, I got a bundle sale for 2. And I already had 1, so I had 3 total. I was
Yeah,
happy about that.
Lag's got 5 vehicles. I suppose if you count
Yeah.
the boys, I've got 5.
God, the pollen here is just so thick. And I go outside and it just burns my eyes.
Hey,
It's
Tim.
horrible.
Pollen, huh? So what's getting
Yeah,
you pollen?
the
It's
pollen.
still kind of springtime there. We're
Well,
already pretty much summer.
it just floats in the air until it starts snowing, I swear. My allergies are usually so bad during this time.
Yeah, it's already summer here. We're going up to a high of 101 today.
Man, we had some storms last night, and I heard that Minnesota got hit real bad last night.
7, 8, 9, 10. My weather thing is showing 10 days, and every
Man,
one of them is 100 degrees or a little more.
man.
Yeah,
Well, that's good for
and this
you.
is
You
only
guys,
June. Jeez, it stays hot here all the way through the end of September.
yeah. It's
Even
it's
even
like
the early October can stay really warm.
it's not super warm outside. It's probably 70, but it's very humid.
Yeah.
Let's
The
see.
only good thing about our long hot summers is getting to use the swimming pool more. I mean, if you're gonna own a swimming pool, you
There you
probably don't want it in Minnesota or Wisconsin or North Dakota because you only get to use it a couple months a year. But here,
Yeah,
we pretty much use it from May to the end of October, to mid-October or later.
right. Um, I can't do it. What is that?
Lag's got an 83-degree high. God, where are you at?
It looks like we're high of 85 today.
Where do you live, Lag? The North Pole? 83
Uh,
degree high.
doesn't he live in Illinois?
I don't know.
I think no, Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania.
But we had some really big storms last night, thunderstorms, lightning, thunder. I got alerts last night of 2 times that it struck like 2 miles from me, and the wind was for about 30 minutes. The wind was it had to have been higher than 40 miles per hour. It was really like whirling. it, and it didn't know, it was like it didn't know what to do because it was hot outside, and then it started, the wind started going and stuff, and it cooled it off, which is good, but because it was really hot outside, like by midnight, I bet you at midnight it was probably 85 degrees. It was really hot, especially, and the humidity was probably 90%. It was horrible. And you know how when you walk outside and it feels like you need to go take a shower. that's that's how I can explain. That's the only way I can explain it. You feel like you just got out of the shower. You feel like you need to go take another shower.
Dang,
Uh,
lag.
it was pretty bad.
It was 78 degrees here when I got up this morning at 5:30.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Now the water's so warm and
Yeah, but it cooled off here quite a bit last night, with all that wind and stuff and rain. The rain was really cool too, and it probably got down to 60, and then it's 72 right now. But it looks like we have a high of like 78. Or no, that's
yep,
not
yep.
right. 85.
I was just saying a little while ago before you came on that yesterday's show on Tom's channel, you and I couldn't even get a word in.
I was
Yeah,
just letting everybody else talk.
once Jim and Tara get going and Tom, God, those
Uh-huh.
guys, they're talkers.
I like to hear him tell stories though. That's why I just shut up.
And Tara for 5 years has always said, "Well, Todd, just jump in, interrupt."
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not that I'm not that kind of person that just. Plus, I'm entertained too. Sometimes I just shut up and listen.
Yeah.
It's way better than anything I can interject. But yeah, it was pretty fun yesterday.
Yeah.
God, Jim and Tara are just crazy people.
They those people could make a living on YouTube.
Yep.
They definitely could. They
Like said, they need to do a reality TV reality show.
I know. I like that too, Beth. When Tara goes, "Oh my god."
They were arguing and something about Tara. Tara was saying when Jim says "dear,"
Mhm.
he's being, and she just says "asshole."
Yeah. Yeah, and Joe says, "I used to date a girl, or I was married to a woman."
Yeah,
Yeah, it's gonna be a good story when they start off with that.
yeah. Or I used to be a bartender and. That's funny.
Oh,
I mean, it doesn't matter what their stories are about. Jim goes off on selling real estate, and
hmm
they both go off on driving trucks and breakdowns. And
yeah, they're funny though. And,
uh,
they wouldn't even need like a reality show. They just need an hour chatting back and forth once a week. That's it. That is all. And they could probably make a living on YouTube. They'd they'd get a big following. I'll manage you guys.
yeah, if they got hooked up with somebody that was a good promoter or something, man,
Yeah,
it'd just be a good show.
yeah, it really would be.
And actually, their boy is just about as entertaining himself. He comes on and
Oh yeah,
says the funniest stuff.
oh yeah. Brandon's a hoot.
Hmm. I remember he
He's a
was
good
pretty
kid though.
he was
He
pretty
reminds me
young,
a
and they
lot of my
said
kids.
he was pretty young, and um, oh, who's the gal that ran against Trump? Good grief,
Hillary?
Hillary. Uh, Nikki was on the show, and she said she kind of liked Hillary. And Jim and
Mm-hmm.
Tara told Brandon that, "Hey, Brandon, come here." Yeah, Nikki says she likes Hillary. And Brandon, he was about what, 12?
Yeah.
He said, "Nikki, you suck." And Tara goes, "Oh, whoa now. We're not getting political or anything, but he Brandon doesn't like Hillary, so
Yeah.
I don't know how a 12-year-old gets so opinionated about politics. I didn't even.
Well,
I mean, I probably knew the name of the president and everything, but when I was 12, but I didn't have an opinion about the political scene when I was 12.
right. I think kids are getting more educated nowadays on what is going on in politics at school. I think they are kind of um, I can't even say educated. They
Yeah,
know what the big stories are, and which, kind of like when I was in school, I think it would have scared a lot of kids, you know, um, knowing about what was going on with Russia and stuff like that, and it was just, too scary.
yeah.
Well, and his parents, yes, Lag, and his
But like,
parents,
I think that's
keeping them
that way
safe.
with everybody. We're so inundated with it with
Mhm.
politics on. Used to you'd have to watch the evening news or something to
Mhm.
hear about the politics going on. Now it's all over Facebook and YouTube and
Yeah, yeah,
just
it's all over.
everywhere. And so, yeah, I mean, even my boys, probably 10 years ago, they didn't even bother to vote or even pay attention to politics. And now they're both real opinionated.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
And not for the same party.
Yeah. Well, my kids are not political at all. They're, um, I think they're very
That's
independent.
right, Sadie.
you know, just they don't believe that either party is going to do much for them.
Yep.
I have to go get adjusted here in a little bit. I'm feeling it.
Oh. On a different note, people are stupid sometimes. I'll offer up some evidence. You see this? I got it wrapped up, but it's a sterling silver cup. Did I talk about these already?
I think you told us whenever you've been on it.
I bought these at the auction. I got 8 of them. And
Yeah.
there's all 8 of them weigh about 43 ounces,
Mm-hmm.
which is about $900 worth of silver melt value.
Wow.
So, same auction, right, as these are on. They had some 1-ounce silver bars,
Uh-huh.
and those were selling for $45 a piece. I was like, you guys are crazy. $45 a piece.
How much were they worth?
Well, silver melt value is like $21.50 right now. So they were paying more than double the melt value to get those, which is crazy. You can go on eBay and buy them for about 30.
Yeah.
Um,
And
so these 1-ounce silver bars are selling for $45 an ounce, right?
mm-hmm.
And I added up the weight of all the goblets
Mm-hmm.
and divided it out and took off the little bit of extra because they're 925 silver. And for those, I paid $13.14 an ounce.
Oh,
So what's 45 minus 13? I
35.
mean, silver is silver is silver, right? But people at the local auction go nuts over
30.
like a silver dollar or a 1-ounce silver coin or a bar. But
Yeah.
you put something else that's silver, like these cups,
Mm-hmm.
and I got them for $13.14 an ounce. And I'm like,
Maybe they figured that was the bar is more quality. Is it? Like more
well,
quality silver?
yeah, it's pretty much 100% silver, but the difference
So
is only 97. No, it's only the difference is only like 7.5% difference in silver content.
hmm. Yeah, me too, Lag. If we would have studied, if we would have known there was a
I'm
match up
just saying,
today.
they were paying $32 an ounce more for silver than I did for these.
Yeah.
You,
I
you
mean that
guys,
it
let me,
kind of makes sense though because of the quality and stuff, and also that they're more like Like you could probably just throw them in your safe and hold on to them, you know, rather than having these big old goblets that you gotta find room for.
No, I understand that part of it, but what I'm saying here, let me show you. This is an eBay listing. Right there. Here's an eBay listing for a 1 ounce silver bar, pretty much exactly the same as what was in the auction. And the people in the auction were paying $45 for these. And you can buy them all day long on eBay for $30 with free shipping. At the auction, you got to go pick it up. You got to spend some gas money to go get them.
Yeah.
And that's not a fluke price. That's a very reputable company on eBay, Modern Coin Mart.
I'm like,
Whoops, I didn't mean to get out of that. Here we go. I mean, they were buying stuff like this for $45 an ounce on the auction. I was like, you people are stupid. You can buy as many as you want all day long, every day for around $30 or just a little over. People are nuts in the auction. Some things go so cheap, and some things, I don't know. I'm amazed every time I look at
yeah.
silver coins or silver bars in the local auction. I mean, I would bid on them, but they got buyers just jumping all over those like, what? You can go to any online bullion dealer and probably get it cheaper, and cheaper silver than you can buy it on eBay.
Yeah.
Anyway, I'm just amazed at how stupid people can be.
Stupidity doesn't amaze me. It's a regular occurrence around here. Just try to go on with your life and not worry about it.
People buy Barbie dolls in the auction. I was like, really?
Mr. Sadie sold his Ranger.
Ah, did you get the price you wanted, Sadie? He probably did. I mean, used vehicles are easy to sell right now. Yeah. Stupid is as stupid does. 3,000.
Sure. $3K.
I mean, if it's a drivable pickup with an air conditioner that works, probably should have sold for more than that, but whatever. I bet it would have sold for more down here in Texas.
Now that bundle this morning of two
Morning,
items,
Scott.
I got $34 for both, and I paid $1 each for them at a yard sale. Two tops.
Tube tops.
Yep. Not tube tops, but two tops. Two shirts.
I remember when tube tops came out in the 70s. I was like, all right, this is nice. Sorry, I went there. Hey, Scott, you're allowed to talk on my show. Yesterday, you didn't get a word in edgewise between Jim and Tara and Tom.
Man, I'm not going to complain because I love listening to Jim.
Oh no, it's
Yeah,
so fun.
we do too.
He's a great storyteller. I mean, if he ever took social media seriously and told stories, and he'd be a freaking bigger legend than he is.
I know.
I'm
He'd
telling
be
you.
like the Mark Twain of the 21st century. He really, or 20. What
That's what
century are we in?
that's what
So
I was telling Todd. They can make a living on YouTube just by telling
and
stories and talking about stuff.
and the way they interact and carry on, people love that stuff. You know,
Yeah.
Oh
people,
yeah.
and because you it's different when you see people carrying on and you know they hate each other, but you know the I live that life all the time messing with Joni, so I understand. I mean, it's lots of fun.
Hmm.
Look at Dusty and Tristan. How many YouTube videos they making them two carrying on.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, the one thing I want to tell everybody is most people think a lot of this stuff is dead. So that's a Garmin 52 LM. I walked up to a yard sale 3 weeks ago. The guy had 10 of them on the table. He said they're $5 each. I'm like, all right, I'll take them all. He goes, you wait a minute. He come back out of his garage. He goes, how about all these? He had a whole bucket full of them. I'm like, how about
Oh
a
my
hundred for all of them? So on these are easy. They've got a little micro USB, a macro USB. You plug them into the computer. You download Garmin Express. It's free. It recognizes it and says it needs an update. It updates it to 2022, and then you list it. I listed this on Amazon. Updated map 2022. It's got the window mount and the suction cup. Uh, I sold two of them yesterday for 50 a piece.
nice.
I mean, I paid $100 for 23 or 24 of them, and I sold the first two for 50 each. I listed them Tuesday, and I sold them both. I sold two of them yesterday.
That's great. Good job.
So when, a lot of people would tell you don't mess with GPS units. Everybody can use their phone. Folks, not everybody uses their phone. You know,
Right.
it's the same thing with I sell VHS players. Not everybody wants the Blu-ray. There are people that still use VHS players. So
Hmm.
there's a market. These are about $25 to $28 on eBay. But so here's a trick. The used one on Amazon was listed. The lowest one was 80, and I'm like, that's probably too high. I wonder how many I can sell at 49.83, and I sold two yesterday. So just because somebody's unreasonable, you set a price that based on your cost. So that bucket of 23 of them, if I can get 40 or 50 a piece for them, that's a good $100 investment.
Yeah.
So Red's outpost said he still uses it. See, the one interesting thing about Garmin, if you're out in the country, these GPS units will run off satellite. Even when your phone has no signal, you can still get places. Jim and Tara live in Kentucky. Kentucky is the worst state for cell phones. I had a Verizon and an AT&T. I would go 5 miles and one would die, the other one would work. Then they'd both be dead. Kentucky's awful for cell phones. So lag, you're 100% correct. Businesses use them in their work vehicles. These were actually the guy owned some kind of transportation business and he had closed it, and so he was just wanting to get rid of all of them. So they actually came from a business. Same guy who there's a bucket down there of all those Blu-rays. He had some kind of movie theater he ran, and this was the guy I bought the 275 Blu-rays from.
Yeah, I don't know who buys GPS units with lifetime on maps on them to sell. I don't know anybody like that.
Hmm.
So is that one for sale, or is that your personal one?
No, I just got these Sunday to sell.
It's a. I think people get into that fallacy is trying to figure out who buys this stuff. I don't care who buys it. I'm just glad they do.
Still got the auction ticket on it.
Right.
I don't know what it's worth. What is a TomTom XXL 550 worth?
I got to finish my breakfast.
Here, I'll
I
look it
tried to
up.
wait. I was out there mowing the grass. I was trying to wait until I finished mowing the grass before I came on.
XXL.
It's a what, a 560?
550.
550.
Oh, they're not much. $35. But I only gave like $5 for it.
There's only one for sale used on Amazon, and they want $90 for it.
Huh. This is still got its plastic cover on it.
Yeah, so you could get $50 or $60 on Amazon for that. Pretty easy.
It's got the stick-on thing.
Any chance they're getting shipped near the Mexican border? I don't know. I'll look and see.
Got the USB. Doesn't have the card charger, but I mean it's a standard plug, isn't it? Yeah.
Orders, because one of them came. I woke up at one of them. Packing slip. No, this one's going to Percassie, Pennsylvania. Never heard of it. Perkasi. And the other one already shipped.
Yeah, this came in a box lot of old electronics, but I saw the GPS units in it, so I go, yeah, I'll bid $10 and I got it.
Yeah, the other one's going to New York, so neither one of them are going.
What is this one? Mio?
So Glock 30 fan. I got a new toilet yesterday after the show. I got a Taurus G3C to replace my Glock 43 as my personal carry. Our local store has there's a $25 rebate, and they had them on sale for $2.25. So that's $200 for an 11+1 subcompact or micro compact. What do you want to call it? So it was like a YouTube. I don't know if any of y'all know who Tim Jordan is. Tim Jordan is an Amazon private label guy. He lives here in town. He actually lived in a neighborhood that Harlan sold his house from. Good guy. His wife was Joni's first chemo nurse a few years back. So I'm standing there, and I turn around, and somebody walked behind me. I'm like, damn, it look like Tim Jordan. So he's like, I said, Tim, what are you here doing? I said, this dude travels everywhere. And he was in Mexico last week. He was in Europe the week before. I'm like, shouldn't he be gone somewhere? He's like, man, I'm getting on a plane in 2 hours. I want a judge. He said I was at our family hunting ground yesterday, and a snake come by, and you're trying to shoot a snake with a 9mm before it bites you. He said. So he bought for those of you who don't know what a judge is, it's a small pistol that shoots 410 shells.
Mm-hmm. That'll kill the snake.
So Mike, I might not be the best shot. I'm getting old. There's nothing wrong with the Glock 43. I like the 43. It's a great small. I've carried it for the last 3.5 years. But this one, it only total of 7. This one will shoot 12. And as soon as they come back in stock, they make a magazine for this one that'll hold 17. So this little bitty gun will hold 17 when I get the right magazine for it.
Dang, here's another Tom in that box.
Oh, wow.
God, how many did I get? Are used cell phones worth anything?
They're always worth 10, 15. If they'll come on, $20 or $30, I would think. That looks like an old Galaxy, probably a
Samsung
5 or a 6.
Galaxy S3.
Oh, that's a 3. Wow.
Yeah, some of the stuff is real old. Who remembers flip phones?
You should look them up because some of them are worth money.
If I just put them in a lot and just sell them,
Yeah, it shoots. That's Glock 30. You're right. It does shoot 410s. I don't know if it has to be slugs or if it can just be any 410 shell. My mom's got one. I've never even paid attention to it. That camera that one will be worth. What's that? A Fuji?
no, it's a
That's a
Kodak.
Kodak. It'll be worth 20 or 30 bucks if it works. Most of the Kodaks have used AA batteries.
7.1 sucks.
Yeah, I try to stay above 12, but
Well, this was in that lot. It's just was in there. All the stuff was in one lot for 10 bucks.
so Felix is right. Make sure you look that flip phone up. Man, I have stole tons of flip phones. You know, there are a lot of people out there that just don't want the. It's hard to find a phone that doesn't have all the smart features, and they just want a phone for a phone.
Yeah, and they there's some people that will carry a flip phone with them during the day and then, look it on their smartphone at night or whatever, just so
Yeah.
they don't have that distractions.
Well, they also can't be traced, like Felix is saying. Most of them, they don't track you because they don't have the apps. They can still track you some, but not like.
Yeah.
What is that? It's a Sony something.
No, that's Sony's version of a Walkman. That'll be worth money too. Depends
Really?
on what gigabyte size it is. It's a media player.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be worth, all those items you got are worth 20, 25 bucks. I mean,
Walkman. Yeah, it says Walkman right on the back of it.
oh yeah, that's what on the front of it when you see that W tide and a Sony, that means it's a funky W in the corner. That's their symbol.
There's an iPod. Are they worth anything anymore?
Yeah, you can still get. So I bought one. What do I do with it?
8 gigabytes.
I bought this one a couple of weeks ago. These are the ones that are really valuable. This one's a 120 gig. It's a series 5 or 6. It's still worth about 120 bucks. I got to get it listed.
What is an LG dual SIM? I don't even know what
That means it's a phone that came from overseas. It was made for an overseas market, and you put 2 SIM cards in it, so you can have 2 lines. You can't use them at the same time, but you pick one or pick the other, and it'll answer that phone number.
Huh.
Yeah, I need to list this today. The Apple stuff sells very, very fast. I'm gonna list this one on eBay today. It'll probably sell today.
There's an LG Cricket. I didn't know Cricket made like a screen phone. I thought they were all flip phones.
No, they have data plans and everything just like everybody else now.
Yeah.
Oh, Felix says you can use them both at the same time. I've seen them. I've just never. I know they are for the U.S. market doesn't use them. I guess the phone companies don't want you to have, because a lot of people use them. Like if you've got 2 different carriers, one or the other. But it's you can buy those on eBay. So he says you can choose each time to make a call, whichever line you want. That's pretty cool. I would love to have that, as a matter of fact. But most that's stuff that you can find at most yard sales, like auctions and stuff. Most people pay no attention to that kind of stuff.
Metro PCS. There's another LG Cricket.
So what'd you pay for that lot, Todd?
I gave $10 for a 16 by 12 by 12 box full of used electronics.
So that Walkman, somebody threw a pair of headphones with it. If you can see it right there, they sold it for $39 plus 7 shipping. So that Walkman's $45.
I probably got a power cord for it.
Yeah, it just uses a standard. Somebody with nothing on it, just a Walkman and a power and a cord, they got 34.
The battery probably don't work. Well, that's a little digital camcorder.
Who made it?
On ONN.
That's Walmart. So I sold one. Let's see, when did I sell that one? If you ever see the Sony ones, pick them up. Let's see, I shipped one Monday, yesterday. So it's a Sony, the one that has the hard disk in it, Handycam. I picked it up at a yard sale for $10. I got 140 for it on Amazon. It sold Monday.
Kobo e-reader.
So any of the little any of those little cameras, I sold a JVC last week for 150. So Sony, Canon, and JVC are the three big brands that are the most money for those three.
Here's a little Sanyo 8.1 megs.
Yeah, it might be $10 or $12. So you're right. Old iPhones and old iPods found, if you find them and they got a lot of music on them, don't delete the music, because if you put on there how many gigs of music they got, they're generally worth more money. Unfortunately, I think this one only has. This one's got a lot of music on it. So on the iPod, you can go to the settings, and it'll tell you how much of it's used. So this is a 120 gig iPod. It's got 20 gig. It's got 20 gig of music on it.
I have one of those machines at my Walmart where you can put them in a machine and get paid. Yeah.
Sally's got a kid.
I'm not breastfeeding anybody.
BlackBerry.
Back in the day, man, those was because they were so different and their security was so different. So 80 gigs of hip hop. Let's see who's on this one. Music. Let's go by artists. So we've got, this must be Aha, AC/DC, Adamant, Don McLean, Aerosmith, Air Supply, Al Green, Al B. Sure, Al Stewart, a lot of Al's. Aldo Nova, Alice Cooper, America. This one looks like a bunch of Animotion. This looks like a bunch of 70s and 80s. Asia. Ooh, the Average White Band. BJ Thomas, there's some country. Bad Company, the Bangles. Yeah, there's a lot of just 70s and 80s on this one. It's no real heavy metal. Billy Ocean. Billy Joe Royal.
Here's a dongle. I don't know. Netgear dongle. I have no idea
That's
what
not
that
a, that's
goes
not a
to.
dongle. That's you plug it into a laptop or a computer that doesn't have Wi-Fi, and that'll put Wi-Fi. It's a Wi-Fi net adapter, is what it is.
Oh.
So it'll come up and actually let your computer connect to the internet. It'll create Wi-Fi for a computer that doesn't have it.
Is that what this Asus thing
Yeah, they're the same thing. If you flip it over, it'll say something about. It'll tell you the speed, like 1200 AC or 300 or 600. Don Henley, the Doobie Brothers, Donna Summer.
Samsung. Doobie Brothers is one of my favorite bands.
Fabulous Thunderbirds. Fat Boy Slim. Yeah.
I gotta send something back.
All right, just leave it over out. Do you have a label for it somewhere?
I just emailed it to you, but it's FedEx, so I was gonna take it with me.
All right, I'll tape it up.
Um, to drop off on my way home. Okay.
Are you going to Walgreens for any reason?
No.
The Walgreens they'll take FedEx.
I know, but I was just gonna drop it off at the FedEx, but you have FedEx office. On my way home.
24K, yes, if I robbed a crack addict.
Come on, girl. Oh.
Blackberries or drug dealer, you can sell.
Is she in here? Just leave the door cracked. It doesn't matter.
Dang. Got into some of that melting rubber stuff.
Yeah, I hadn't figured out how to fix that yet. Where the rubber and stuff sticks real bad, real sticky.
Yeah, that's nasty stuff.
The interest rate hikes. Are y'all going broke? Be very interesting to see what happens to the housing market.
Yeah. I'm ready for it. My son wants to buy a house, and if the prices don't come down, I don't see how he can do it.
He wants to buy a house, or he wants you to buy a house?
He wants to buy it. He wants to borrow the down payment from me, which is fine.
So Lag says 7% on 30-year loans. They were 6%. They were like 5.96 this time last week. So
I will die before he gets through paying back his loan down payment. So it's almost like just giving it to him.
yeah, but would you rather him get it after you die, or would you rather be able to help him out now and see him enjoy?
Oh yeah, I get you.
That's the name of the game, man.
Yeah.
Yes, 1% higher can be devastating for sure. I mean, it really, you're talking quite a few dollars, especially most people look at the immediate payment and what it does to the payment, but look what it does to what you owe over 30 years. It gets crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Compound 1% over 30 years.
Yeah, I bought a house one time, 12.5% interest.
Jeez. Tell us you're old without telling us you're old. So was that the mid-late 70s?
Yeah, but I moved and sold the house when the prices of housing were zooming then. So even though I paid 12.5% interest to buy the house, I made some money on the sale.
Well, that's good.
But that was a big difference. You were in the 70s, Todd. There wasn't the credit and consumer debt that we carry right now. And so as wages also went up where if you look at the recent reports, wages are actually starting to peak and fall right now. And so when, heavy consumer debt, wages are declining now, and interest rates are going up, and inflation is going crazy. It's a different world than where we were in the 70s versus now. I'm just glad I have the house. We're just gonna sit here and stay here.
Yeah, I'm in my forever house.
Yeah, I don't think we'll ever sell this house. I mean, maybe. See, the problem is I can't get this building back. How do you give up? If I'm gonna keep doing this, how do you give up the space to stay at home versus having to go rent something, lease something?
Yeah. I don't know, old Tracy Parks did it. She bought a house, I don't know, 10, 12 years ago for $250,000.
Right.
And they sold it this spring for $700,000. So they're renting for a while. I guess they're renting.
Harlan sold his to rent as well. This one we paid $183 for it, and it's worth right at $400.
Jeez, isn't that crazy?
And that was just 5 years ago.
Yeah.
Felix said it's a good thing you were born right before the Great Depression, so you're able to pay your house off.
Voted for McGovern. He was going to end world. He was going to end the Vietnam War.
When was that? Was he in '68 versus Johnson?
Oh gosh. Yeah, I think so. Something like that.
Well, look at. He couldn't have been any worse than Johnson. Look at the mess Johnson's left us with all the welfare and all the mess that.
I don't remember that.
I don't either. I was born in '69. He was elected in '68. But
You're born in '69?
Yeah.
So was Valerie. I was born in '76. Hi, Karen.
Yeah, we moved twice. 4 or 5 years or 6 years back, we moved twice in 2 years, and I swore I ain't moving again. The hell with that.
I got a couple of moves left in me.
Couple moves. She got to move it, move it. She got to move it, move it. What the heck? This is weird.
All right, you guys, I gotta take off because I got an appointment in a little bit. So
Yeah, I gotta leave pretty soon. I got a buyer coming in to pick up a big ass bass amp speaker.
I just got to go to work. I have a bunch of Hanes socks and underwear over there. It needs to go to Amazon, so and Maiden for them.
Cool.
I've been doing that for the last 3 days. I got one last day left.
Dang. You must have a lot of it.
Yeah, the last buy was like 30,000 pieces that we bought.
Jeez.
So I've still got a 10 by 15 storage building. It's still a little over half full.
That's a lot.
Correct. But it's easy just to send it in and forget about it. So until they tell you, restock, you're out, restock. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now.
Dang. You just bought 2 rings to sell? What kind of ring? Of course, they're going to be gold rings, probably.
Oh, I'm sure. That stuff I have no clue about. Yeah, I've only got like 8 to ship this morning. Came out here last night, couldn't sleep about 10:30. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna go ship for an hour till I get sleepy.
Dang. Huge rings. Gold, diamonds, emeralds, and rubies. Well, of course.
Oh wow, he said that retail for over 60.
Yeah. 24K don't buy cheap stuff. Oh wow. That's some old time digital. Let's see.
Yeah, I need to. All the watches I got in this drawer, I need to figure out what these two Seikos were.
Probably a good amount, especially if they got the calculator on them.
They just have the two dial, the digital display. They don't have the calculator.
Wow, look at that.
Cool.
I don't know. I don't even know how you said it.
All right, that is. This band is in there.
Well, this buyer wants to. I got an amplifier, but I don't have any patch cords. So I said, bring your guitar and your patch cords. He wants to try the speaker before he picks it up. He already paid for it on eBay, but I had it on for local pickup only because it weighs about 80 pounds.
Yeah, that's why I sent mine to the auction, because it weighs so much.
Yeah. All right, I got to go too. So thanks everybody for coming in.
All right, so everybody go find you some old electronics. Me and Ty can sell it. Everybody can sell it.
Yeah, I think you're picking up higher quality stuff than me, but I'm buying a box lot. Don't even know what's in it. But I did get a cool watch. Look at this thing.
I'm about to get reading glasses.
2021. I don't know what that. Oh wow. 24K just sent me a picture of one of the rings.
Oh wow, that is a big one, isn't
God almighty. He probably bought it for 500 bucks.
it?
All right, got to go, folks. Thanks for coming in, and tomorrow will probably be on Sally the Upside Down Pickers channel.
Oh yeah, I'll be yard
So,
selling. Friday yard sale.
bye.
Peace out.